Greetings, everyone. So today I'm just sitting down. I'm going to grab this silly bunny pen and I'm going to quickly sketch a figure, and then I'm going to follow that up with this, which I use for doing my inking. So anyway, this will just be for fun, but I'm now just trying to think of what color to use. Let's go for maybe this purple. That'll be fun. Anyway, let's see what we can come up with. Something that's kind of interesting is when you think about scary movies and the iconic figures that you see in those movies, there's a thing to me, anyway, that I find a lot spookier, and that would be the doll-like face where there's no real expression. That to me is far scarier. Kind of like Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees. Of course, Michael Myers is from Friday the 13th. Oh no, what am I saying? Michael Myers is from Halloween, and Jason Voorhees is from Friday the 13th. Anyway, it's kind of strange, but an expressionless face to me is far scarier. Now this I'm just going to try to do in slight perspective. But not exact perspective. That's roughly the figure that I'm kind of going for. Now let's see what we can do with this. Now, one of the ideas is to turn this into kind of a sword, let's say. It's going to be one of those oversized, outrageous things. Kind of the idea that I got going on there. Now let's see if I can zoom in on this a little bit too. And I'll move the page around. The other thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to give it that sort of blank face as well. And maybe this will be like an angel-like thing, but not really angelic. Might have flowing hair, or maybe a hood or something like that. Or maybe ridiculous horns. Maybe some version of armor. I don't know if that needs to be a gauntlet or not. Start off with that. Guarding the forearm just a little bit. What if we turned the hand and closed it in? And change part of that so that it could be a shield. Right now we're looking at the inside of the shield. That's kind of interesting. Let's see. Keep some of that shape. And the leg there. Seems to be kind of a pleasant face, but we're going to change some parts of this to maybe reflect that it is not a good friend, let's say. But I think that's kind of the idea of the rough sketch of whatever this being might be. There could be spikes on the shoulders, but really doesn't need the armor. Belt that might include the scabbard for the sword. Then that kind of would shrink away a little bit too in the perspective thing. Okay. Foot, the sword. Let's play a little bit around with this fuller. Make it a double-edged sword. I think that's roughly what we're going to do. So now, that's what we've done with the bunny pen in purple. We're going to crack open the ink, get my desk fountain pen, and we're going to add in some detail. So we're going to start with the mask. We're going for mainly expressionless too. on that face. So that perhaps some of what's going on with the face is hiding something else. Now I'm just sort of picking some of the lines that I would have drawn. And maybe we'll go with a partial hood too. That way we can sort of have that set in just a little bit. Sort of a slender looking arm. So let's see what we got going on here. Got to the sword. Just playing around with the guard at the moment. Now, let's go right to this. can get the shield strapped onto the arm. Now, this is basically more sketching, but with this black pen. Shin and knee pads. That's kind of roughly what I'm thinking of. Now, let's see if I can just do some outlining. Something like that. So I think that's kind of the rough idea that I have. An armored warrior, slim build, with a sword and slight perspective. In sketch form. Right now, as I said, I'm just going through the outline just for defining its sake. happy with what I did with this shield over here. That happened just because I was dragging my pinky along the edge of the sketchbook. My fault. Let's go for a little more outrageous hair, and maybe we'll add a bit more details. Okay. I think that is kind of what I was wanting to do. So, the inner part of the shield here, we'll back out of this, and we'll throw some water at this just for fun. Okay. Get most of that into the screen. We'll see about locking it down. Now, not perfect. It doesn't hide everything. It just allows me to kind of shade in a couple of areas, really. Okay. I think I kind of got the idea down. Do a little bit by the feet. Drag out some of this ink from here if we can. Just a little bit. Last little bit. Okay. I think that's going to be it for now. A video under 30 minutes of just playing around with an idea. Starting off, of course, with the bunny pen. So, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out, and maybe we'll see you again soon.